In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a responsive menu navigation that appears enlarged, expanded on desktop, and then turns into a hamburger menu on mobile. We'll do this in 3 steps. First, we'll create the desktop menu, which is your horizontal menu with your navigation items. Second, we'll then create our mobile menu, which is a hamburger menu that can be popped out and displayed on smaller device sizes. Finally, we'll link the 2 menus together so that we can make changes in one location and for those changes to be applied to both the desktop as well as the mobile menu. At the end of the video, I'll also give you the links to be able to clone this menu into your own project, making it as simple as copy, paste, or drag and drop. Let's dive in. All right, with the builder open, we're now going to start by creating our desktop menu. We're going to begin by dragging over a box component into our body. Let's just call this menu. And inside of this, I want to give it an icon that's clickable on the left, as well as the menu items on the right. So to do so, I'm going to drag another child into that menu. I'm going to set this child to have a flex display, and I want the items to be aligned between. This will force the children to be on the far left as well as the far right. Now inside of this, I'm going to first add my logo link. So to do that, I'm just going to grab a link component, drop that in, and inside of that, I'm going to add an image. That will make the image clickable. I'm then going to select that parent box once again, and I'm going to add a second wrapper. This time it will be the actual navigation links. So I'm going to drag in a box. Let's just call this desktop links. And inside of this, we'll be adding a couple of links. Let's do 1. I'm going to hold Control or Command D to duplicate. 2, 3, 4. We'll do 4 links for now. And I'm just going to give them some names so it's easy for us to remember. So let's do home, news, about, and contact. Let's give the text inside of these links the same names. So we'll just do home, news, about, and finally contact. There we go. Now, let's style this to make sure it looks a little bit prettier and things are lined up nicely. So I'm going to start off by selecting the entire box. I'm going to change the layout so that they are centered. And under the desktop lines, I'm also going to select that. I'm going to change its display to flex. And I want to give them some gap. So I'm just going to go 1 rem of gap between them. That looks pretty good. I also want to change the style of each of my links. So I'm just going to select the first one. I'm going to give it a token. Let's call this menu link. And I'm giving it a token so that I can customize the design of each of these links all from one place. So I'll just give the same token to each of the menu items. So menu link, again here, menu link, and I'll repeat that one more time. And now I can start styling them, and that style will be applied to all links at the same time. So I'm just going to change my typography, the color, I'll set it to black, maybe a little bit of an off black. Probably looks a bit better. There we go. I'm going to change the size to 14 pixels because I like my menu links to be a little bit smaller. I keep the height as is. I'm going to remove the underline, and I want to change the hover color. So I'm going to select the token, select the hover state, and then I'm just going to change the color of the typography to, let's assume this was a red themed site because I like red. Let's do a darker sort of reddy color. There we go. You can see it looks all right when we hover over it. And I might actually change font weight as well. So I'm going to go back to its initial state, change the weight from normal to semi-bold, and I want to add a transition as well. So for the transition, I'm just going to select all, keep it easy, and you can see now when I hover over each one, it nicely transitions to that weird dark wine color that I define. All right, I'm also going to add some spacing on this menu. So let's select the parent box here, and I'm going to add some padding to the left and the right. We'll just add 20 pixels padding on each side. Oops, select the right one, Alex. There we go. And finally, I'm going to just select an image for my menu item. I should probably have an image somewhere on my computer. Let's see. Beep, boop, beep, boop. There we go. I've got the Webstudio logo. Let's plug that in, and we'll just adjust its size. So we'll go ahead and select the image. For the width, I'm just going to go, let's try 100 pixels. That's way too big. Maybe we'll go half. I'm going to go Alt and click so I can just drag until I get to a size that I want. I am pretty happy with that. That looks pretty good. And now I just need to add a little bit more padding to the top and the bottom. So I'm going to go back to my menu instance in the navigator, and I'm just going to add here 10 pixels of padding at the top and 10 pixels of padding at the bottom. Now, lastly, we would actually want to link these pages. In this case, I don't have any other pages in the project, but if you did want to link them, just select them here in your menu, go into settings, and then under href, you can select a page if you have other pages, or you can type in a URL. I'm just going to put in Google as a URL for now. HTTPS, you can type Alex, google.com, there we go. And I'm going to repeat that across each of my menu items, just so I can test things out when I get my site live. And that pretty much wraps up the desktop side of things. You can see here, we've got a basic desktop menu that works for larger screens. For step 2, we're now going to create the mobile menu. This will be a small menu button that appears as a hamburger icon on the top right-hand corner. And when clicked, will open up the menu in its entirety. Let's dive into the builder and we'll create that. All right, into the builder here, I now have my completed desktop menu. I'm just going to rename in the navigator here this as a section underneath my menu, just so it's easy to understand and differentiate between our different items. Okay, so to add the mobile menu, what we're going to do is we're going to select the desktop links. We're going to go to their style, and we're going to jump over to a mobile breakpoint because we want to hide the desktop links on the mobile breakpoint. So to do so, I'm just going to jump over to a screen size that I think would apply to my mobile devices. So I'm going to do 767 pixels here. Quite happy with that. So everything 767 and below will be the mobile menu. Everything 767 and above will be the desktop menu. So from here, I'm going to change the display, which is set to flex for desktop. We want to set that to none on mobile because we want this layout to be hidden on mobile, but only visible on desktop. And we're going to select our section once again and drop in a new sheet. The sheet is a predefined component built by Radix that allows us to easily create pop-up menus or hamburger menus, or those typical menus that you'll see on mobile devices. With my sheet created, I'm then going to expand it, and I'm going to select the sheet overlay. This will give me a preview of what it looks like when the menu item is open on mobile. From here, I'm going to delete everything that's inside of the overlay, because for this demo, all I want is to have the links. But keep in mind, this is completely customizable. You can change this back to how it was before, or you can add or remove stuff from this mobile menu. You can have items that are only displayed on mobile inside of the sheet and not displayed on desktop, or vice versa. Now, lastly, I want to change the way this flyout appears on mobile. So instead of anchoring it to the left, I want to anchor it to the right. I can do so by selecting my sheet content inside of the overlay. And you'll see under space, it has an auto margin set to the right. I'm going to change this to 0 instead of auto, and I'm going to add an auto margin this time to the left. And this will move that menu from the far left to the far right. Now, finally, I'm going to go back and select my sheet. This time, I'm going to change the view back to my desktop view. You'll see it's showing my sheet, which is my mobile hamburger pop-out button, as well as my desktop menu. And I only want one displayed on desktop, right? So this time, I'm just going to select the sheet trigger. I'm going to expand that to reveal the button. I'm going to change its display to none. I'm then going to jump back to my mobile view, and I'm going to change that display back to inline flex. And we can see this now hides it on desktop, but once again reveals it when we get to that mobile view. And that wraps up step 2 of creating the mobile hamburger menu. Now, finally, we have step 3, linking menu items. To link the menu items between desktop and mobile, we'll be using one of our slot components, which is essentially a mirror that displays whatever's inside of it in multiple locations across your website and allows you to edit from one single location. Let's dive back in. So, jumping into the builder, we're going to move some things around. What we want to do is create a reusable component with all of our links here that work for both desktop and mobile. Now, to do so, we need to first wrap all of our links inside of a box. So I'm going to select my desktop links here. I'm going to add a new box. Let's just call these links because we know it will be the links for both desktop and mobile. It'll be reused in multiple locations. I'm then going to drag in each of my menu links inside of that box. I have messed up the order, so we'll just reorder them real quick. There we go. I'm going to re-give this links its display and its padding since we'll be reusing it since it's a new wrapper. So I'm going to go 20 pixels. Actually, we'll do 1 rem of padding between each of the items. I'm going to go back to my desktop links that I had styled before, and I'll remove the styles that I'd applied there. And I'm going to take that link box and wrap it inside of a slot. Now, the slot component is just like a mirror or a portal of sorts. It essentially allows us to reuse a group of instances across our website and edit them from a single location. When we make those edits, all of the changes will be saved and applied everywhere that slot is being reused. So let's do that. I'm going to select again my desktop links wrapper. Inside of this, I'm going to drop in the slot, and I'm going to move my links inside of the slot. From there, I'm going to copy the slot, which you can do by selecting it and hitting Command or Control C on your keyboard. I'm then going to jump over to my mobile view. I'm going to open up my sheet, open up my overlay, and select the content. This will reveal all of the content inside of the sheet. And inside of the navigation, I'm just going to paste in that slot. You'll see the layout is still using the desktop layout, which is that horizontal design. Now we can change this simply by expanding our slot. And because we're just editing this view for mobile, it won't apply those changes on the desktop view. So I'm going to go here with the link selected. I'm just going to change the flex direction from horizontal to vertical, or from row to column. And I'm going to add a little bit of padding to the top of my links here, so they've got a bit more breathing room. Let's give them 2 rem padding. There we go. Pretty easily accessible on mobile. And I can customize the rest of this flyout or hamburger menu at a later date if I wanted to add my logo or anything else. If I then exit out of the mobile view and I preview this, we can see from desktop, we have our different links. We can highlight them. And if we get to our responsive view, which is after the 767, we can see mobile hamburger menu gets displayed. If we click on that, it opens our flyout with our different links. As a final test, we want to make a change to the links on mobile to see if they get applied to desktop. So again, I'm going to select my overlay. It's going to reveal my mobile menu. I'm going to select my home link here, and let's call this landing page. We'd never call a link a landing page, but first thing that comes to mind, other than Star Wars, we've got my landing page link here. And just for like extra proof and make sure it all works correctly, I'm going to change a second one. We'll do about, let's just say about us. Click out, go back to our desktop view, close the sheet, which you can just do by clicking out of it. And what do you know? Our desktop links have also been updated to show the same link content. This is how you can easily customize your content in multiple locations, build specifically designed content for desktop and mobile, but still have it synced and connected via a slot. Now, finally, I'm going to show you how you can clone this into your own project, whether that's cloning the project as an entirety, if you wanted to keep it inside of your own dashboard, or just copying the instance that we just created over to your own website. Back into the builder. All right, I've got a fresh project here, and I also have a clonable URL, which I'll be sharing with you in the comments down below. Now, there are 2 ways that you can get this menu over to your own project. The first way is to simply copy and paste it from project to project. Now, once you open up the link, just exit the preview mode, find the menu item inside of your navigator, hit Command or Control C to copy, jump back over to your existing project, and then Command or Control V. This will paste the menu across, and you can see it keeps the responsive view as well as all the changes we made today through the video. The second way that you can copy this to your project, if you wanted to store the project as a whole, maybe you wanted to reuse it for all your future projects, all you need to do is go ahead and click on the menu in the top left, hit the clone button, and then you can name the project whatever you want to name it. Let's call this Alex's demo menu, hit clone, and this will copy the project as a whole to your own dashboard. If we then go back to our own dashboard, you'll see Alex's demo menu lives in your own dashboard. That's a lot of dashboards. Alrighty, and that wraps up the creation of a mobile/desktop menu that can automatically be synced between the two, and yet maintains the freedom and flexibility for you to make design changes specific to desktop or specific to mobile. All the links for the video today will be in the description down below. If you do have any questions, please head over to our community, also linked below, where we have super cool, thriving community, over 2,000 people, daily posts, people helping each other out, and we're all sort of on this learning and growing journey together. But otherwise, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for stopping by and tuning in, watching throughout the video. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything you'd like to see in a future video down in the comments below. And in the meantime, I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.